Why it gets worse when you go back to a narcissist.
Have you ever dated a complete knucklehead who seemed amazing at first, but slowly revealed themselves to be a total garbage person? The early days were magical. They showered you with affection and made all sorts of hollow promises about the future. But then the manipulation kicked in. The lies, the backhanded comments, the controlling crap. You try to explain how much their garbage person behaviors are hurting you. But that only makes the narcissistic nonsense worse. They amplify the manipulation. The relationship becomes a toxic dumpster fire. So you make the tough choice to dump their pathetic butt. It feels like a huge weight has been lifted. You're finally free from the chaos and able to start healing. But then, the knucklehead weasels their way back into your life with more empty promises and superficial charm. And even though you know better, you give them another chance, only to find the cycle starts again, except now it's a toxic hurricane of horribleness. If you are watching this video, it likely means you are deeply involved with a narcissist. Being intimate with a narcissist can also keep you hooked. I would recommend subscribing and watching my other video titled
Narcissistic, sex-faking act patterns, signs, sexually aggressive behavior, intimacy drive, abuse.
to learn more about their unusual sexual patterns and signs. The link is in the description below. In that video, I'm going to shed light on why narcissists suddenly shut off the bedroom action, going from enthusiastically active to virtually asexual overnight. Understanding their twisted motivations can help you avoid falling into these predators' talons and protect your heart. Narcissists weaponize intimacy, using it to manufacture a false bond and keep you tethered to them. Don't let their feigned passion fool you. It's just another ploy in their bag of tricks. You deserve a healthy, mutually fulfilling relationship. With knowledge and self-care, you can break free. Now let's explore why it gets worse when you go back to a narcissist.
Why does this happen?
Why does the narcissistic bunghole's abusive tendencies intensify when you let them slither back into your life? Let's dig into this crap show. How the narcissist sees forgiveness as a free pass to be a butthead. Their sense of entitlement to treat you like trash. Need for power so they can lord over you. How they devalue your worth and see you as a chump. The absence of accountability for their crappy behavior. Your boundaries get crappier and crappier. The BS manipulation tactics they employ. Understanding this hot garbage can help you break free of the narcissist's clutches for good and avoid falling into their BS trap.
The narcissist's perception of forgiveness.
When you take a narcissist back after they've hurt you, they see it as permission to keep treating you like a dumpster fire. A psychologist who treats these knuckleheads says narcissists don't understand forgiveness like normal, empathetic humans. They see forgiveness as a green light to continue their hot garbage behaviors without consequence. To these buttheads, your willingness to give them another chance is a message that you'll tolerate their toxic BS. An office manager who dumped her narcissistic boyfriend after catching him cheating explains, "When I stupidly agreed to take that weasel back, it was like in his pea brain I had signed off on all his B's, the lies, the manipulation, the total disrespect. In his stunted mind, it was a clean slate to be a butthead." Sure enough, the hurty BS resumed quickly. Worse, he flaunted his cheating, knowing she had already forgiven his crappy behavior once. When she confronted him, he replied,
"I don't get why you're so upset. You took me back after the first garbage fire, remember?"
Because narcissists lack empathy, they don't understand the deep pain their BS causes. Taking you back just confirms they can get away with treating you like garbage now and indefinitely.
Their sense of entitlement.
Narcissists feel entitled to abuse, use, and take advantage of others without regret. When you allow them back into your life after they've clearly crapped all over your boundaries, it feeds their sense of entitlement. They believe the normal rules of respect in relationships don't apply to them. A man whose narcissistic partner continued her affairs after he busted her notes,
"When I foolishly agreed to work it out, she acted like it was her due. In her delusional mind, taking her back meant I fully accepted her behavior, and there was nothing I could do."
Sadly, this entitled attitude is common among these buttheads. Narcissists think forgiveness gives them permission to continue their BS, and even take it up a notch. After all, you've shown you'll tolerate it.
Need for power/control.
Your willingness to take a narcissist back also satisfies their insatiable need for power and control. Narcissists hate losing the upper hand or being told what to do. Dumping them, even for a bit, bruises their fragile ego and challenges their authority. But when you let them slither back in, they feel victorious. their position of power in the relationship is restored, and they will subsequently act more cruel, manipulative, and tyrannical to reinforce their dominance. A woman who went back to her narcissistic partner after catching him cheating learned this quickly.
As soon as he knew he had me under his thumb again, it was like a switch flipped. The put-downs got worse. The demands became totally unreasonable. He dictated my every move. I went from being independent to a prisoner in my own home.
Narcissists crave power and control. Taking them back allows them to reestablish supremacy, and often in an iron-fisted way.
How they devalue your worth.
Narcissists only value people for what they can gain from them. If you take them back after they've clearly used or mistreated you, they think you're a chump with no self-worth. It signals you don't think you deserve respect or can do better. The narcissist believes,
"This idiot accepts my garbage treatment and keeps coming back for more. Their sense of self-worth must be crap."
this contempt often leads to even more demeaning BS after making up. A woman who went back to her narcissistic partner after he shoved her during a fight observes,
"It was like the more I let him get away with, the more disgusted he became with me. He started calling me his pathetic doormat. If I didn't immediately obey his demands, he would sneer, 'Well, apparently you're only good for one thing.'"
By taking a narcissist back, you show them your sense of self-worth is so low, you'll tolerate the crumbs of affection they toss your way. This feeds their superiority complex and contempt.
The absence of accountability.
Narcissists refuse to take accountability for their BS. When you allow them back into your life, they see it as absolving them of responsibility. They think you've not only forgiven their past behaviors, but given them a clean slate going forward. A woman who got back together with her narcissistic partner after he was unfaithful describes it like this:
"I wanted him to own up to his BS and work to regain my trust. But he acted like we were all good. Anytime I tried to talk about his cheating, he got defensive. I thought we agreed to move past this. He wouldn't discuss it or reassure me, because in his mind, taking him back meant never bringing up the cheating again."
Narcissists expect forgiveness to erase their misdeeds, along with any need for remorse or changed behavior. Rather than learning, they feel emboldened to continue their toxic patterns, comforted by your pardon.
Your fading boundaries.
By allowing a narcissist back into your life after boundary violations, you communicate those boundaries don't really exist. There are no consequences for crapping all over them. Narcissists exploit weak boundaries. They see forgiving their boundary crushing as proof your boundaries can be pushed further without repercussion. So, they keep on annihilating your boundaries, upping the ante each time. A woman who went back to her narcissistic partner after he borrowed money and never paid her back got stuck in this crap cycle.
"I told myself if he paid me back, I would give him another shot. Of course, that didn't happen, but I took him back anyway. After that, the borrowing got worse. He forgot his wallet all the time, so I had to pay. By never enforcing my money boundary, I showed him he could exploit my generosity and I would tolerate it."
Each time you overlook violations, you communicate to the narcissist they can keep crossing lines with impunity. This gives them implicit permission to crap on boundaries again and again.
The manipulation tactics they employ.
When given the chance after a breakup, narcissists will pull out all the stops to manipulate you into taking them back. Their superficial charm, hollow vows, and straight-up lies often make you doubt your judgment. Against your better instincts, you give in. Unfortunately, this reinforces for the narcissist that their manipulation bees works on you. They'll integrate those tactics more heavily going forward. If their manipulation got you to take them back before, why wouldn't it work even better now? A woman who took back her narcissistic partner when he faked an attempt on his life after she dumped him regrets falling for the manipulation.
When he started using threats to make me stay, I should have realized this relationship was hopeless. Instead, I caved and the manipulation got worse. He'd hurt himself or fake emergencies if I tried to go out with friends. I was trapped.
The more a narcissist sees you're susceptible to their BS, the farther they'll push the manipulation envelope. They know what buttons to push. Giving a narcissist another chance rarely goes well. Their behavior escalates because they see forgiveness as permission to be abusive buttheads. They feel entitled to mistreat you. It satisfies their unhealthy quest for power and control. They view you as a chump with no self-worth. They take zero accountability for their actions. Your boundaries fade to nothing, and they integrate even more toxic manipulation techniques. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist, it's best to make a clean break. Their behavior tends to get progressively worse, not better, when they slither back into your life. With support, boundaries, and insight into their selfish motivations, you can free yourself from their garbage for good. You deserve so much better than an endless cycle of mistreatment and empty apologies. There are people out there who will love and respect you. Don't settle for less. I believe in you. The best is yet to come.